is the only show in town. Tokro Tintin. Tokro Tintin. Facts Rain. Thank you. How's everybody doing? Ubia here. And some more. Yeah, Tongana. Okay, Tokro Tintin. Okay, so let me address this. I'm not talking like Nana Ado. Nana Ado kasa said your kasa, me kasa said your kasa. See, the okwa abroche time already 16. Now could be 37 years or wha and kawonso wa accent na ebesesa. Nti munya complain na muntie nyansa. Na munya za kasa sese wo kasa sese. Kasa na nya no na bema wa brabo asesa. Adwene ewo nipa kro ni tim no na ma wa brabo sesa. Get it right. Omo beka atwi bu be no de no omo ye ma Ghana for the last 67 years. Stop the complaining and listen to the sense in Nieka. Many abre. Ubia ho ye sa ne pe. Ma talk, so me say if you talk good, me no beka. O talk English o de ben you. What to no, what to crotenten no, ufo no den omo ye na abugulushi. And I almost no timber market, ufo na okra, and ya britain ye no. Inti brofo no when ya ho value, and only ye can wasem. Okasa se brofo ade na ye ma. Okasa se brunia, and I say oka brofo ade, the value that you get. Inti pay attention and focus. Swate. Utokrutin tim no ne kasa, pay attention and focus. Oka brofo na ade na ye. Se yenya obia obeka brofo. Now, Kobema Ghana, Queen Naya, ye schools na ye relevant, ye aduane di, obianya baby atena, efin ni krom, obia hotono, anka wompe. O peka mutuem. Asembe na okay. Mama yenka asem papa. Mo de mon share na mon like it. Na I feel I'm with you. Be with me all the time. Kasa na waka de ehuhia. Listen, me mobianim say me no. I'm all about say no, seriously, because Ghanaians, we have a challenge in thinking the right way. Inti, we want to just focus on the right way of thinking. And until you turn your new man, inti, Mix, what's the deal? What's the deal, Mix? Okay, Mix aba. Inti na say agrono emu beyede. My film, share ya check. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Inti more me just say my messimo rough. Inti I'm glad say me wa hakechi yichiao odene ho yichiao Benjamin yichio bia na this is the only place you feba mon share na mon like why Mr. Mo na nkrofo meka ho na odene ho kwadwofosu yichia muna ras save yichiao Mexico, thanks for the #1 gift. Ichiao Benjamin, Ichiao. I'll say, Mr. Kofi, the dollar is rising. Is it rising in the US or in Ghana here? I'm confused. Okay, so now a good question. Let me just say this. Whether the dollar rises or it doesn't, it shouldn't be a concern to Ghana. Munti de American you. Se dollar rise here, and a dollar and rise here, and se anke a fire home. Bacho ubiati ase. And the reason is se dollar rise it, nanke yenye aduane di. Ya kwan ye, ye hospitals ye, yenya baby da, yari ni krum, ubia ho tono edwuma wo ho nkrofo making income sa. What does the dollar rising mean to us? It doesn't mean anything to us. Because ye produce more, ye were a self-sustaining economy. You to me ton nyoma. Inti anka dollar na rise krampo anka ye better maye. Because we sell. Se dollar rise na water na a how. But se dollar rise na se wo ton adia. You make more money. But they make a motiase. I hope say motiase. Inti dollar rising, it's only when you're on the different side of the track does it affect you. But if you are on the right side of the track, it doesn't matter. So I didn't, because a dollar fall here, you hold on to your stuff. Dollar rise here, you sell your stuff. And Pacho, they may come out and say, it's a simple, okay. Nana Kwame, Titanic Freedom, Ichiao, Charlie Diaba, Charlie this in the house, Imam, Ichiao. But the inflation is too much and it's killing us. Facts range say inflation is too much. Inflation will be too much because we won't produce here. Don't worry about the inflation, worry about producing. Ya call lessons were had my way Reality University. Reality University, it was a platform. So now ya call university, by now you should understand, say economics nominous annually na common sense. So say we won't produce be to me control pricing ne distribution. How can you worry about inflation? You can't. But they may count as here. Obia dia or no produce no wo kota woni control so. So inti di ono pen or de bema now they about wo into wo economy. Inti in that case no we will need control what the price variations no we need control so. Or the wo peduane adi na ne wo kona osifufuo ni 5 cedis a obeto ukona 10 cedis a comedy unti obeto no saa because one time when you aduane ni nti wontumi nto fufuo 10 cedis enko fie na nkosumu ano nka se fufuo amato 10 cedis pa de akoye wabu me wo backyard wo dan echi ade na wonua banchi nua bode na wa wungu fufuo. That's the option. So na wonye nnuane mponchi bi wo backyard ho a ochina bi utumi kun odwane ba ko odi ahye di freezer ore ne kakra wo de banchi ne bode na wo fufuo no adi. That is the way we need to think. But assassin a down echi no one fe nua bode one fe nua banchi one nye nnuan anwen mponchi anwen nkukọ. Now so de bia o complain say fufuo boa yedin na. Please allow me to be brutally honest to you. But sometimes no, I am brutally honest. I'm brutally honest to create impact. So, inti me obi anfa I attempted why Mr. Remo yaba he yesua de now so de ode ba ha eye nyansa krum oba na de also wono wabe share na ye de din komo kama obi a opese oba be kase bia kwan wo say oba now the phone out to mute Mr. Put your phone to mute. Put your phone on mute. Put your phones on mute. Put your phones on mute. Oh my gosh. All right. Inti, Mr. When you come on the stage to speak, Miss Remoa, now we do phone not to mute. Why? Your mouth, your kasa. Now you take your phone off mute. No kasa. Said the Emma feedback. Why, Miss Remo? Oba swa. Kwame Wodai would be chia comrade. Inti Oba swa na do phone not to mute. Ne efrawa. Inti we love the MPP people. We love the NDC people. We are Ghanaian. We love you. You couldn't possibly get us upset. Oba now be diatema few. Obe kano kre now NDC ni we MPP niya. We appreciate that say obe kano kre. So because ye na ye ni pabako. Ye mpese obe ba be can be bia enye no kre. So inti ye set stage no set. To set the stage, Mahama and the NDC, Bahumia and the MPP, Womane Ghana and Nini, and Chairmantin and the Butterfly. Ubia Oya of the regime, no, Omne Ghana for any ye because anka omne Ghana food in ye anka by now ya kwen na wo maye ye schools na ye first class uko school ni wie o graduate ya wonya adwuma ye uko hospital a ye nyojo ye ma wadru ye hwel ubia wo baabi a ote adwuma wo ho functional meaningful lifestyle jobs ewo ho ema boys ne girls so ye nije they say Ghana, any back pair a year recreation, the whole of Ghana, any a year. And I'm sure a year will TikTok so any YouTube so and I'm a hope because yama a year I recreation in Crawford go to a year said the woman air quacochi. Say nipa krona we no kra te say na mani ji wo meyi ase kra ni rebe ho. So yeah, a year na recreation, a year recreation, a year you go pay your respects and you bounce, you out. So that's it. Yeah, the year no, yeah, to say festival. As I say, as a son, you may be why nipa ne tiasia na ocean in union. It doesn't make sense say nipa ne tiasia or bebresa or yeah, me papa yare. I wish you 4 p.m. me papa. So me papa yare no. People did not. Oh, yeah, now one more by 1 week and uncle for free. Oh, now cry what to him. I'm saying, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you. And who he has all about. Hey, Kofi, now I'm saying there be Nipani yarn one me no. Well, who are ban 1 week? Who ban 1 week I mean, think about it. Obia said me a controversial, but the American would me adrian on me yarding. Me papa yarn no one me no. Mosi we need to do. We did 92 or ya kokra. Good. Why are kokra? So, owu ye no, wo frame bisa say, he na wo mote, na wo ba 1 week celebration. Nam so wo ba be ye din. Because oyare no wa ma mehwe no. Am I in the wrong? Say me bisa sa, me a controversial. And I said, my dream na enye adwuma. Obi kan kire me say, Kofi, you are ne wo wofa. Wo busuani oyare, one papa yare be say at least best 6 months. Onyare kra no oya akokra no kra wa mehwe no otifie na no nko tifie na ne nurses ne wa mesra no oyare for 6 months ansa na owu no wa mesra no inti owu ye no wo frema bisa me se ehe na mufie no kra ewo because wo nhu direction minfiu ana woni menya adwene kra wo kra no wonim nyansa. Seriously, because munya my papa because I get upset when I know I'm in the right. Inti nipa tiasia na oyi na nyunyam enye time we me papa tiasia me na me kokura me nsem se ya no de wuye awusiafo o yes se ye ne kase na say mo bia me kan kwase se man kire me o ye ne kase na wo de ye na monko sie no. Oh, papa, you're in a band. I'm saying, oh, you're in a band to air and woo. Mungo see no 3 weeks. Condemn. Yen fanon toward ye a ye a fin ye bo brass band, ya be a ball life band and croffa berry chinchinga. Nya sabe pa. Hey, that is. Anyhow, Mumme and Castle, papa. Me masam no sanity. Minim say and crofo p and me nyadwene ba me de me sana me life nitie. Anyhow, then of course. Listen, intimacy NDC for ne MPP for muna no obia o ye Ghana ni a oba happy and you're welcome, but oba hanoma don't reveal yourself and say o Kenyans sama ye bebo abaso. One Kenyans as someone so any amount for will chew you out on the platform. Inti na asema ewo hono. With the moon now muscle. Yet say there are people on here, so you're going to Auntie Honey.
Yay! Make a sound I just came online, you know.
One I'm gonna say.
But if there was one time I called you about equity and equality. make my friend long last year about one topic. You know, say you hope this will not be the last time. I'm in Chicago.
Oh, okay, okay. Rough no ma emu aye shikakra ma meti I say I confuse my dream no. Nso kasa. Kasa.
Oh, me yo kasa ya me kasa me ya.
Yeah, for say.
Yeah, friend me Haiti. Me were US, Chicago.
Chicago. Here was Chicago now.
Chicago, South Chicago Heights. We were South Chicago Heights.
South Chicago.
So
South Chicago
honestly,
house. Mpacho.
I admire your even if someone by your president. Forgive me for my voice. Menya some be voice issue be. But even if one by your president,
wow.
I admire you for your leadership skills. Nadia no, we will be a natural leader. You know, I would like to interview you, but I just joined this live to learn more about it. So may interview to you to know, but I don't know whether I'm in the right question. I want to know how you are going to use diasporas in your running of the country, like in your running of the country, like are you going to listen to us because you have been here before, right? You have been here before and you have come to see and you have gone back to you want to leave, eh? And I really applaud you for that decision. And yet easy for somebody to embark on that decision, you know. So I really admire you and I want to know how what do you think say in diasporans able to me near that boy Ghana no the development. And now why is it important for us to be part of this change? Why?
I think seriously, and I'm gonna be okay. Let me be nice. Okay, let me be nice. I think the diasporans have dropped the ball. Okay, they've missed a great opportunity. They haven't completely missed it because we still have time. But and let me tell you why.
Okay.
Diasporans, me and the Diasporans organization and my friend Progressive Alliance Movement. I'm a co-founder. Not yet. The Electoral Commission ne Attorney General court say Oma Abuchi for diasporans into Tuaba because you're right. The diasporans be nimsa, but right in the Constitution say Ubi awe Ghana near where the 18 years away of sound mind. Maybe I would be as I said, you to me ma Tuaba. We pushed this in court. We won the case in court. Said the Electoral Commission, as I said, or implemented the Efreno Representation of the People's Amendment Act. Now, Ubia Wowo Abuchino Uchumi Tuaba. MPP Am Peneso Ama Diaspora Ama Electoral Commission Amfanye Juma. And MPP so Ama Electoral Commission Amfanye Juma. But the area me yana say diaspora for a give you up. Diaspora for him say fight now me fight no. For one more not coexistence, but one more existence. And let me tell you why. The money that you can make in Ghana in 5 years, it would take a person who is well established in America 25 to 35 years to have a chance to make. Now, listen to my words carefully. The money that you make in Ghana guaranteed in 5 years, it would take somebody who's well established 25, 30 years, a Ghanaian who's well established in America 25 to 35 years to have a chance to have a chance to make. Okay, so now let me tell you the numbers. Ghanaians in the diaspora bring into Ghana over $6 billion every year. $6 billion. 1% of that, 1%, not 2, not 3, not 10%. 1% of that amount of money, is $60 million. Inti se wo a wo me no wo kasei se wuyi what the $100 ne ba Ghana every year. Now say we $1 out of 100 and now the support to Kofi Krantia. We will win the election like that. Ghana for a diaspora say woman yet. Now the reason to make us a woman yet say they haven't done it. Now, let me tell you how it's not smart. That decision is not smart. They bring in $6 billion every year to support their families because Sikanina, obviously, more than 95% of Sikana is shit. And yes, a shit, because a shit, that's not right. And you're recoverable. And you're recoverable. And shit, but and you're recoverable. But you make what I say. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you invested 1% in Kofi Krantia, we will be able to turn the economy around in Ghana so you wouldn't have to perpetually send in 6 billion because 6 billion now every year was sending on. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because Ghana is going to get worse if Kofi Kranting doesn't come in. And it doesn't make sense for the diaspora to sit there and relax and say, oh, Kofi sounds good, but it doesn't make any sense. Because Usikana would send it with Bushiafono, you're gonna have to keep sending that money. Mumupia moya diaspora no. Mwesisi adai maton sase mo a financial interest in Ghana one way or the other. The meme catcher money say invest in me so I can protect that interest for you. Mosemonye. Does it make sense to you? Inti, now listen to yourself. Kofi now be a president now there now be a diasporans. More to be a president. Have you invested in this guy? No. I'm being rhetorical.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
No. Yeah, I get you.
I'm being rhetorical. I'm not
I get you. I get you. Yeah.
I get you. What I'm saying is that you imagine the authority that you would have if you made me the president. Because to the country Ghana ain't to me year without the diaspora.
Yep. Yes.
Now, the people who benefit the most are that diaspora because diaspora and one more accumulate the wealth and the expertise. Se Ghana no you stabilize here. One more bet me invest this accumulation of wealth and expertise and one more returns. Because your take Ghana no enya the same exposure ni sika ni opportunity yet.
Yeah, Mr. Kofi, I admire you for that. I'm for your presidency, your leadership. Honestly, me we're still a time. I will let you answer other people, but I think say if we have somebody like you, because I feel sad to see old men and women who don't want to go back because of certain benefits. But in reality, my bread, they are far better to be home than to be here. So I will just prepare myself and reach out to you. Thank you for the response and your time.
And spread the word, because if the diasporans woke up today and said they were going to help Kofi, again, 1%, we will take care of this election.
Okay. So I'll reach out to you, Mr. Kofi, Mr. Clinton. I'll reach out to you. Thank you.
Benimef, put your phone on mute. Everybody put your phone on mute, please. When you are called, you take your phone off mute, then you speak, please. So it's orderly. We don't get a feedback. Please like, share. Let's get the game started. Thank you so much for being here. Put your phones on mute.
Okay, let me see.
No. Put your phone on mute, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it. I don't know.
All right. Let me see if I can help you. There we go. All right. So let's go to Fax Rain. Fax Rain, what's your question? One question and we go.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I wrote a question about how the inflation is rising in Ghana. So I'm confused. Because sometimes when you go to the market, they'll tell you that the dollar has increased. And that's my question. So I'm asking, is the dollar increasing in the US or in Ghana? Like I'm not, because the US like this, they do, like example, let's say they're selling a product for like $20, and the $20, the price still stays the same. And like let's say if you're a Ghanaian but we are purchasing things from the US, and still we are still purchasing the things, but the thing is still $20. What shows that, like when you buy the thing from the US, like what shows that the thing, like the dollars is rising? Like I'm confused about that, because the US
Okay.
like they don't increase their price, they don't decrease that, they have a fixed price. So I
Okay.
don't know. I'm confused about that.
So the technical explanation is it's not the dollar that is rising, it's your city that is devaluing. But what you say? We see the no, okay, minti say net you. Yen ye could didra wa bruche. Do you understand Chi? I mean, is it okay if I speak Chi or do I need to speak English?
I speak English and then Chi too.
Okay, good. Inti tiu uko Malamata market ekotontos. Debi would do Malamata hona Malamata no or the currency be no yede top enyoma wo Malamata. Kala to say ye to dame. Unse dame no yede o de pegs no upia so pet now the to dame. Enu bi chips chips no de dipia. Oh, for phone to mute. Why? What if I phone to mute? Okay. Chips no near the top and yama or malata market. Inti wukre sidia as I say what toss our chips no. Now do malamata market out the dija. Won't me for city and go to the ewo malamata market. Inti debia would do new town as I call baby. Now I could change you see can the top chips no. Now the chips no. I could dija ewo malamata market. Okay, good. Now, we will see the no any value, they be a lose value. Inti the impanyufo na control CD no aye say. De bia na CD no lose value ninti. Yes, I say ye twa CD ni bebre gum. Ye twa CD ni bebre gum said ye de be ko Lagos town ho. Na ye de be ko change for sa chips na ye de ko didwa o Malamata market. Because we see the lose value. Then the lose value ne say obia ampe we see the no wontumi fa nto bibia wonton bibi emma obi ma nipa kro no emma emeto ade na woton no with cd. Se me ma de mefuo na meton bode na me se me cd pe na meji wo ba ebeto me bode a ese se wo ma me cd ansa na wo nya bode na nyese a wo kombedo muawu. But because me nua bibia o mafuo mu nti menton hwe nti me ni control ewo me currency no so nti menton hwe me de bia na me hio bi de nti ese me koto obi de nipa kro no de na me koto no ono no se me fa chips na emre no chips no ese se me kope me sika no bebre na me sesa because me sika no bia ampe menton hwe nti no any value. Inti misika ne bebre na mede kwa akosesa na mede beje chips na mede ko didwa wo Malamata market no. Enu nti na ama cedi no ene wo kwa any value nti no you say 12 cedis for one chip. Chip ne $1. next time we call say 13 cities because we see the no obiampe any value and to me ento bibia because we want to mentor he. Into the only way I will bet me ama we see the ne enya ahoden no. Na etumi any chip no ana dollar no ebe rubber shoulders ne say once wo be ye bibia wo beton a wo say okay me so they say obia meto me neoma wo beto ma dia me penny say ana say wo beto ma dia fa chip no a me hia me de be kwa ko didwan fa no bre me na wo nso de wo pe no me mfa ma wo mbacho de me kan wate ase but say wo wafuo mu ho no won ton bode won ton banche won to bibia won to me nka nkyere obi se obedidwa wo ho a onfa chip ne mrew nti wo ni reserves wo ni chip ni bida ho a wo kodidwa wo be use nti I render wo currency no useless nti ye pese ye see the ninya value a ese first ye tumi ye bibi na obi pe de yen no say ye bibia obi pe a na nipa kro na beto a na ebetu aka chen say wo beto de a ene fa chip no say brain na beto nti de bi obi beto ye nyoma be obi beto ye nyoma wo me de chip ne brain sa na ye bank o ye de chip ne gu bibiri nti ye koto bibio a ye hia ye sidi no kra na ye de akoto ye fa chip na ye de akoto because nkrofo pi de abeto nyoma ye ho but wo ni bibia wo ton mo obi nti no ebere na wo anya chip ne bi ese se wo sika na wo sesa ne bebre na de akosesa chip obi anso mpe wo sika no because any value and control commodity bia bacho what they make can say nti the ono wo ni kro me ya ono no wo ni kro me ya America na de ono de the prices ni is stable because a hono no di ne dollar the enti a wo dollar no enya wo dollar no na e kosra na e kofomu na we see the no local currency no na any value nti against the dollar no a low so we start to turn your na winya reserves the friend of foreign exchange reserves now and no ebeba close to dollar no na say when nya dollar ni bebre say one dollar no e pim so head to head. As I say, won't many dollar and pim so head to head because we will need reserves be our into local currency in the bonnet skilling. So, into the only way to reverse it, and say that the BR you bet added value, you bet output from your agriculture, no, you bet feed your agro-based industries, near bet added value, near bet exporter, your exporter. Sika ye ton near ye tika ye ton ye nyoma na ye beje no dollar. Near the dollar na bigu ye central bank of Ghana. Inti se say ye koto bibi wa abruchire a yen sesa ye CDC bebre na worthless no. Ye be fa dollar na ne de akoto. Mbacho what ya say? Right, in fact, what you say?
Yes, Matthias.
Okay, that's it. Yeah,
Okay, Mr. Kofi, good evening.
Pacho, you real cannot west from na Ubiaba. Why Ras? The UF so na Ubiaba. Yanko Sini Africa.
Okay. Sorry.
Ubia will line soon to Ubia for the phone into mute. If you bar no bisa one question now call Zay TV Pacho for phone into mute. Go ahead, Sini Africa.
Mr. President, Yechiao ne Juma Pa Wafiasi boy and since 2019. Now, of course, but what I like about your projection and your work doing is you have been consistent. You always say the same thing, agriculture for the past 5 years, 20 billion. I mean, the money. What I'm trying to say is let's keep talking to each other. Spread the word because comparing you to the NDC, MPP, and the other presidential aspirants, to be and support one for they may throw dust into our eyes. And your power set programs, we want you to be doing it so that we can share it to other people. People will listen, ask questions, and understand what is really going on, And I really like the fact to say you were able to go to Circle and check the whole place and see the circle have turned into a den of murderers, homeless, and everything.
Yeah.
And this edifice, how do you put such a structure in the middle of the city? They could have done environmental nice and divert the roads. Just because they will get contract and get cut off on the contract, they push to do things that they don't even think about. Oh, cycle Dubai. Look at what they have done.
Sini Africa, Sini Africa. Ebusiafo muntie asema yenua Sini Africa eken. And say last week a circle mo munhu ye no ukoye Facebook a obehu video no say edaho. You say NDC throws $260 million into the Odona River. Or your Facebook, violations, construction violations that you could circle, yeah, mind boggling. Yeah, only one side of circle, the other side of circle, yeah, and I don't know when I'm saying, hey, say how cry your west saying that yeah. So, the point that we're making is this, listen to me. Ghana for Muntia Sama making. Yeah, Yenchi Ubia. But yes, we deserve the best. MPP and DC a dear bro. The amount of money they are throwing into this election. The best thing since sliced bread. Mumupi Efre Mesekufi one cafe Japan and Kalini. So I know one of big TV so can say, oh, I'm going to give them a showdown. Nana Kufuado, I'm going to give you a showdown. I mean, I'm going to make the NPP say that they can never buy me. Yeah, Keka. The Sika Wakoji, as they say, or no, or say he will never even support, and Bahumia will be a losing candidate if he went against Mahama. They say, oh no, the biggest cheerleader. It's about what they get paid. That's what it's all about. Because the war credibility and you love your people, Ghanaians, you will not lie to them. Because when you said you will cannot enyampa, why say it? And when you said you will cannot yampa, why change your mouth or change the way? The more we are naive to the point that more they are more support you because more penasema or kum crab more support no. Think. Because I can't swear na NDC near PP near Namso. One more bar, woman him say Ghana for a weak at heart. Until you be din trubia train oh, one more beefy. You better try banana Ghana for 2024, Mommy in Yansa, why? Woman in Yansa, near to Abba. Emma Ubia. Oba baby biya obema omina ye ama ubia NDC full MPP full Ghana full na yakobeto yen yebenya nsuo anom adware yebenya baby di tiato ye call hospital ye behwe yen ye ma benya school papa kwa wo mo graduate a yebenya adwuma ye beye ya kwan ne ye ngu a kwan so day in day out. Nayam, they say state capture any the order of the day. Obia top government Japadi.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is one question I wanted to. How say a whole minister for agriculture should be busy looking at Ghana and soil to help the country to produce what the people can eat? You know, he's competing to buy hotels, other hotels in the country. Is he a businessman or he's committed to be a minister of state to serve the country or serve the people? My problem is that they are confused. They come and grab money. Oh, I have the biggest hotel in Africa, 3,000 rooms in somewhere in Kwewu. You are running at a loss. No, you cannot defend anything. And they just want to, oh, I have the biggest hotel. I have the biggest store. They don't have vision as a leader, as a servant to be dedicated to help the people to move Ghana forward. How do we solve this problem?
Well,
because
it's so simple. If you don't vote for the right person, you will never solve it. Mahama will never be able to solve this problem. Tremantin will never be able to solve. None of the candidates will ever be able to solve this problem because they are all going to take advantage of the Ghanaian people. they're coming in to make money. They're not coming in to solve our problems. That problem is so easy. Go to the electoral commission and ask the electoral commission and say, some of we now buy so by ministers, and I say, by presidents, and I will be candidates now, and I say, survey the country, will declare one assets or not. If they declare their assets we will know, say, these things they did not have. So the big question is, how did they get the wealth to acquire these things? Through their relationship with the government. How can you work for the people of Ghana and sidestep and do something else? It's illegal. Yang meme government.
Totally unacceptable.
To me, and I can't even. It's a major zero tolerance conflict. Not only are you going to be fired, you go to jail, and we will take everything back. You can't do it. Me, as a president, you will sign a waiver, say, if you are ever caught taking power, you will not only be fired, we will take all your earnings back that you have made from the government, because obviously you weren't working for the people of Ghana, and you will get fined and you will get jailed. And Anyama wa acquire through our wealth, you better send it back and give it to the Ghanaian people. So, this is going to discourage people from ever even thinking about, say, how can you be a minister of state and have a business I will run? How can that be? Only in Ghana, because they're all a bunch of criminals. That's all there is. This is a criminal entity. Now, one criminal entity cannot prosecute the other criminal entity. That's why NDC MPP is a no-no. They may not be the same, but who cares? A better evil is still evil. A less evil is still evil. We don't want evil in our governance. We want cleanliness. We want a focus to greatness. Definitiveness of purpose to greatness. That's what we want. Inti abusiafo sa nonsense ya ye fiase ye ya. They say when fiase they bind everybody to speak on their NDC MPP, because we know they're both criminals. These if you grant in 2024, Missy youth, Sema Maya Ma 2024, it's on you. Because the hardship, they are buying everything. And your foreign nationals, what Mitchell said, they're going to end mismanaging and selling to their foreign nationals, foreign partners. Ghana food will not have anything. And with this flawed constitution, you won't be able to get anything back. Ghana is gone. Ghana is gone. We've been taken over by monsters. I'm telling you, we have been taken over by greedy monsters who have no value and regard for the people of Ghana. And nobody can even say anything to it. And Tisini Africa, thank you very much. I'll take you off because we need more people. General, talk to me. To get your phone. One question and let's move forward. General Ubuntu. What's your question?
Na sadia ekono Ghana ni bia na ni afi bia odwen oye bajimba bia nim say MPP ni NDC omadi ehwamo and they are not the way to go. So point we drew hoping and obia nim say a particular party di ehwamo, but how to get the party out. My question is, see ye pe change ye pe see you am free ho and adentina other candidates and other parties going forward into the next election or subsequent one. Mon come home boom. So okay, many coffee granting. We need to rescue and I say a better Ghana to face these two. Said yeah, fed up with these people coming election crampuno. We are not sure say you better I say abano and I see a bet too because it's our right to vote, but the person course on be lose, you know, say okay. Now we have a formidable force as it happens in 2000. Abrana, didn't say MPP be winning and any party be winning against NDC. Other candidate in our case, Yakaya Huabum, air support for going forward. I am MPP be winning, and now Madame Boachi be. Am I into me and Ghana in free for instance? Because the economy say Yanyanisa is difficult for the future.
Okay, into the quick and the short version of what question, no, and it said MPP near NDC who said and P unhappy with them. Into one kasa create artificial and small parties, any independent candidates, ya to boom. Into who nima obekasi oh Kofi ya na yan kan won mum na yanya ba ko na yanya kese enya no kre. Oye wod ka won bo a won be torwase e ma say. So nti say wo ye me a one day nkrofo a wonim say wo nye papa no de wo be fra wo mu just in the name say mo pese mo ka mo bo mo be ka wo mu na bom ho ana. Maybe so.
Mateo, we nasi. I think if I know, say, we to say we NDC ni, and what no, and or yeah, Jumama NDC, I would not like to go with that person. Because
Inti ahoda I say ye wo inti na alliance ne ma ye no because ye ni monkrofobia wo mu na ye suspects. So te ase. Inti nkrofo so a ye nim se wo mu ye clean no ye nya green light ne yet inti ye hwe wo mu akwan. Ye hu se wo mu ye cleaner ene ye be kan ye na ye ho abom. But till say ye be hu no because ukoka wo hu bo wo mu a wo mu be torwase a Electoral Commission because were disqualified because one baby a woman say a year against the laws no near disqualified near you were free. Chan no mobile. So what I say.
All right.
Inti mo amu actually na mo pese ankie na ye kan hubom no enye pefesa akromfo ne ye de wo magum for the most part. Wo mo nye papa NDC ne MPP na criticize mutations no. Inti munsi abotre a brain do na ye pese mo ani hu se we na papa ye be kan ye ho abom. But till then no we mistake pe what say wo ho.
All right.
Yeah, that must say.
Heading. I mean, count.
Yeah, that's it. Yanko, okay, yeah, you if you honor, you say, Yako, Benemef Foundation, Pacho, Manko, one question. Benemef, Ukasa, Ana, Unyan Kasai. Songai Emperor.
Yes. Mr. Cranton, Afrishapa.
Anyway. Hello. Hello. Okay, this is Benemef.
Okay, but Songai, 1 second. Benemef, go ahead.
Okay. To me, no, like, whatever echoes on my way, no. Say no, I'm for yehu. Me say no, like I can tell, say these both parties are just fooling Ghanaians. That one I can tell boldly. Because on my year, Ghana, I say even basic needs like water, like shelter, like clothes. I say obrenu a life, like suffering. Ghana has become like people understand that that is how life is. Sorry, not in the village, in the capital town of Ghana. For about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there is no water. One time I was in a car, and me catch up, he said, "Me do me light on me why I called." The woman I was talking to, the woman is around 54 years. On him say, you do like that, you can call a customer service. She doesn't know. It is normal, like suffering, like struggling in this country. It has become a normal life.
Of course.
It's like, yeah, I don't know whether we are in Jimbium. Like the embassy be said. My question is,
yeah, what's your question?
My question is, what are you going to do? What plan do you have for transportation, public transportation? Because obehun tema, mimi what tema, obehun nkrofo ma po ejuma, ma be ejuma from opa ma po ejuma, and before they return home, some move journey queue, a long queue waiting for trotro before they go, and it's not free. It is not free.
Now, free trotro and then you free. Trotro is the last thing you get for free. Okay, that's another thing. So let me ask you a question. So, we want to move forward because we have a lot of people on there. So listen, and this is why I tell people, say, John Mahama's ethic of a 24-hour economy is a joke. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The NDC don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about, because the number one thing you need to establish in any economy to be successful is mass transit. Mass transit here, buses, trains, rail, rapid rail, waterways, planes, wouldn't to me move people. If you can't move the people, you can't move the commerce. If you can't move the commerce, you don't have the economy. So it's 10 o'clock now, church for Akodano. Church don't see a run in a shift. I mean, think about it. So church don't run in a shift. I better than Uncle Fonako. You won't be for Uber. Oh, really? I mean, really? Yeah. Mr. Muhammad doesn't know what he's talking about. And you could tell Samir Uku, Mrs. Samir Uku, Samir Jemfine, General Mosquito New Kujeta Black and one about 24-hour economy now. You could tell how empty the almost kind of it doesn't make any kind of sense, because they don't know what they're talking about. And tell them I said that. Almost person almost challenging me almost right now. I'll teach them a thing or two about what 24-hour economy is. They don't know what they're talking about. And it's as simple as that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a mass transit system. If you don't build a mass transit system, and Ghana is one of the easiest places to build a mass transit system, because we don't have skyscrapers, we don't have underground tunnels. Into your tunnel system, nina or underground, are free. Into when we bring the machinery in, we start hoeing the place. We will dig the place up, and we put all the systems in at one time. It's going to be a lot of money, but we have to do it, because we won't be able to build the 21st century city life. No, building 70 stories up into yet. Until you put two SaaS systems in there together, then we put the stilts. Your frame will be stilts. Yeah, they are share. Into time, Bani erected vertical structures. Now we just put it on the stilts and erect it. So, yeah, these guys are talking about 20. They're talking about, say, your toilets near your legalize you kada near poultry farms. This is not where their minds are, man. These guys are in the 20th century.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do. We have to listen. We cannot. Yeah, lucky. Yeah, build the the first thing we have to do is build the network. So build a network for fast rail, trains, buses, BBI, build it. Because everywhere in the city, all the way up onto Dodowani or Yarifa, we should be able to reach with transit. So we're free Heathrow, Terminal 5. Now we'll call Cockfosters on the other side of Piccadilly Liner. A longer saying from Accra, Jamestown to Yarifa. A longer sensor. Inti adani intuminfa subways and fa Ghana Assyrian call all these you bet you put two lines through. Said the Obia war Ghana no. Because they say we're experiencing high congestions and it's gonna get worse. Inti pollution no crazy so until we're going from fossil fuels to electric cars. Into the best substitution, no say mass transit. Mass transit, trams are use electric. Trains, underground subway are use electric. Bullet trains are use electric. So into use electric, then we get off the fossil fuels.
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
You get it. Yeah, thank you.
Yanko to Songhai Empire. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Right. First of all, I'm gonna commend you for the great job you're doing. Right. But my first question to you, well, is it a question? What's your slogan for us to be able to campaign for you? You don't have slogan yet, so
Truth alone stands.
Right. Okay. But anyway, my question is about the economy, right? You did mention a lot of things that I agree with you 100% in terms of stabilizing our currency, and also adding value-added tasks to our homegrown production. But here is the problem I have with that, what you said. Already, Ghana is the second largest cocoa producer in the whole world, and we are first in gold production as well.
Mm-hmm.
So why haven't we capitalized on that and pin our city to that, so that can control our currency? But here is what I think the problem is. Everything you said is true. Everything you said is true.
Okay.
But I don't see the future of what you call economic freedom yet, until we as Ghanaians, we cut ourselves off the dollar completely, and then demand the outside world to buy our gold with our currency, the Ghana cedi. Okay, this is how we stabilize our currency, because we are number one in cocoa producer, number two or number one in gold production. So we can demand the outside world to buy our gold with our currency. And we also have to separate ourselves from the IMF. And this is where my question comes in. What is your stand with the international banking system, IMF, and the International Monetary Fund, what do you call it, the World Bank? How do we stand with them? How do we deal with them with our already borrowed money that we've taken from them? Are we going to get to a point that we say, no, we're not paying a penny, and we want to cut ourselves off and demand the Ghana Commercial Bank to establish a system, because our currency is not international, for us to use our local currency in Ghana?
Bank of Ghana, not Ghana Commercial Bank. Bank
of Ghana, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
That is my question.
All right, so good. So the first thing is for us to wean ourselves off Bretton Woods, we first have to sustain this economy. The way we're going to sustain economy, like I said before, is we need to take the output from agriculture and feed it to the agro-based industries. Okay, so you feed it to the agro-based industries because we have to eat. We don't have food security yet. That's the first thing we need to establish. So once the economy, the people in this economy can eat, we attain food security. And even before food security, we add value to the produce from the agro-based industries. Then we can export it, because the sad reality is our, I don't want to call them leaders, our position holders have signed off our gold and our oil and our cocoa. Before we even get our gold and cocoa, we already exhausted all the monies from it. You see? Oh, why is this? Oh gosh, this thing is so upsetting. Okay, so what we need to do is, first, invest heavily with whatever we got into agriculture, take the output, add value once we put it in the agro-based industries, and then number one, sustain our levels in terms of debt. Because you see, with our debt levels right now, if we don't bring our debt levels down to manageable levels, they're going to take away the country from us because we have mismanaged it. So that's the first we need to do. We need to bring the debt levels to manageable levels as we pay it off and invest in what we call a horizontal integration. Build factories and industries. And then the output from that, we add value, we export, we get more foreign exchange reserves, and we increase our horizontal integrations and do more production. And then we go to the next level of production, which is domestic market. Everything we put money in domestically has to be done locally so that we can reverse the output of dollars from our forex, because that's what is bringing the cedi down. If we reverse the output of dollars from our forex by taking everything locally, then we pay with the cedi. The worthless cedi is finally worth something because we use it locally. If we're buying everything locally, then we don't need forex. So then the little forex that's left in our central bank could be left there. That gives us weight. We pay our debts, and gradually we emerge from the shadows and be self-sufficient. That's the way you do it. You can't, this is not something you go and you want to fight this thing. You can't, because you owe so much money in debt. 840 billion cedis. That's a big lump. It would choke you. You have to find a way to bite-size it so you don't get choked. And that's the smart way to do it. See, these guys have already signed the contracts. So you're not going to be able to go in fighting. No, you can't. They've given us away already. We all prodigal children.
Yeah. Sorry to interject here. I know you said one question for each person, but I'm not going to ask a question again. I'm just suggesting something. Do you not think it's about time African leaders on the continent come together to demand to refuse to pay this debt that we owe them for colonial reparation?
No, because it was done amicably. The people you are asking to say no to the paying the debts went in and begged for the debts. Look at Akufo-Addo begging Zelensky for help in his nice, beautiful suit. You know, his suit is cool, but he's begging. You see, so you can't now turn around and say, listen, I came to you to beg yesterday, now and I changed my mind, I'm not going to pay the debt. Now that you can't do that. You break a lot of relationships diplomatically like that. We don't want to break relationships because this is the time that we're going to need people to collaborate with us on a lot of things because of the speed at which we want to build. Okay, so we want to make friends. We don't want to make enemies, but we want to build independence with our sovereignty and not be dependent. So there are a lot of moving parts, but you don't want to do that being hated by everybody. You want to do that with respect and dignity and being liked, not loved, but being respected. You see, so there are ways that you do this because you don't also want to push yourself into a corner. It's a tricky world out there with the new de-dollarization happen with the BRICS. If you want to go work with the BRICS, then you can't disrespect the BRICS. And our debts, with the debts, we owe China the most. So for the same people, you're going to go ultimately maybe for some kind of collaboration. You don't want to burn that bridge. Do you see what I'm saying? It's more so now that we're going to move away from the American dominance G7 to the China dominant BRICS. That's the direction because their way of doing business is more favorable to Africa.
Very good. That's the point I was trying to make because when I was saying to fight the debt, I was actually referring to the West, who has taken advantage of our systems for far too long. And we keep laying in bed with them, thinking that one day they're gonna wake up and say, oh, but this is a strategic chess game that we're playing with these people.
Very
We
strategic.
cannot win with them. So it's about time we give them the finger and tell them, okay, there's an alternative right now. So we want to lay in bed with those who are friendly and
Yeah,
a
but
little bit fairer.
the thing is, you don't want to give anybody the finger because you don't have to. You just have to take what is yours and stick your place in the world of business, because big as China is, profitable and successful as China is, they need us with certain things. So you just have to position yourself that, hey, we're going to work. You have 1,000 times more than I do, but you're still going to respect me for my position. And even if we're going to end up working with the West, which we intend to work with them, but the relationship, the way the tables used to be, will change. It's not going to be the same relationship. It's going to be a relationship of equitable respect. You see? So you're not going to come into our domain telling us what you're going to give us. We're going to sit at the table and you're going to respect what we want. If you could give us that, then we work. If you cannot, then we go to where they could give us what we wanted. That's all. You don't need to give anybody the finger.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So let's get a slogan that will the local people will be familiar with. Something like that. Let's make it radical.
I say New Vision Movement.
Yeah.
A new Vim. Somebody called me from New York and said, a new Vim. Yentijai. A new Vim. Yentijai. So, this thing is evolving. The excitement is open so many doors in terms of how people interpret truth alone stands. That's good. Obviously, new Vim, New Vision Movement, and a new Vim. Wafaya from Virginia called me and said that. Wafaya, we thank you so much for new Vim.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna go down now and then you can get somebody on.
Thank you. Let's go to ZayTV. ZayTV, talk to me.
Hi, Mr. Kofi. Good evening.
What's your question, big man?
Yeah, my question is, Sisiano, we are fed up of the big parties, which is NPP and NDC.
More fed up. Listen, say about it, not to cut you off. You come in a second.
Yeah, but they're not.
Hold on. Yes, Ramo. They say, sponsor a billboard. Obia me sponsor billboard. More Bruce, more Ghana, more baby. Obia fret your line no 059-999-5120. Now on sponsor a billboard. Billboard no woma you need now the prices are back. Into wo fra o say me pe northern region. Billboards no prices be in the woman near catch o say my fair no near do din aboase sponsored by ZayTV. Now be here say hey my minipa Zay on no sponsor di sa ne no. They say mo bia meka any NDC PP put your money where your mouth is, man. Zay, talk to me. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, back to my question. Then I mentioned say constitution say a paving way with say ye electio say over your president. I was say unya ministers no 60%, I think either 60% or whatever percent, I don't
50,
really remember.
50.
Yeah, 50% from parliament. But what if in case you don't have that 50%? Where are you going to get the rest of the ministers from to make up the 50% from parliament? Because I've been thinking about this, that okay, those people that we said we are fed up of, are they not the same person you will go back to them to select from?
All right. Inti, when you, I cannot see say, okay, Inti, this is the situation. Zay, Obia or parliament bia a committee say opposite or 7 in my Ghana. Inti, here comes a president or say, Mr. ZayTV, opposite will serve oh my Ghana, we MPP ni, we NDC ni, but bra, beboy any and several Ghana. Obeka so ma. That's all. There are a lot of MPP for a lot of NDC for the Ekosuno, woman pay and so woman to men can. Because I deal with I say mafia, Oko Kase won't come home beer. Yama Sika where di binintino, you be you a free ho. But there are a lot of people that want me good that you bet me I ham peke womo. Now system ye the better place no we a criminal won't men function womb. And then I am pese Ghana 40 and let me prove it to you. Obia Ghana 4P or honoma ebi abakasi on pay juma or ya quadro ebi crow for ebi or ya chrono or bokrono odu abrichira ne chrono no ntumi ma ne laziness no ntumi ma because systems ya wo hono uko show say we lazy ye be you at your china obeda bonten into your kwa or ya perfect person obedu Ghana no ko minister pe no aye kronfo because Ghana the systems in niha no me constructing nipa into systems make a difference. Systems. It make a difference.
Thank you.
It's the Memede Bano A systems. Science-based, data-driven, human-centered. Systems na ano shit. Nti we me found say we criminal and family. We a criminal emrabe du. Into pabo chrono. Upapa them for life. The edo be femuno one aka so mo o crono no be ma hye mu wo mema out sana bruni tie Ghana 4P wo hon ma ebi o mo bokro no enso wo mudu abruchira o mo krono no da obeye papa saa no de abagana obagana or drive cry red light no atwam o abruchira onye because when say systems no ni bedi nti eno ane say ye be ma systems na ye adwuma systems ni ye adwuma ho Ghana 4 what's the Ghana 4 and stubborn Ghana 4 yes stubborn Ghana 4 yes stubborn the best people in the world systems and be you or papa na by one time the same way they monhwe de ba be si wo e ba bu say sini wo be dru Ghana wo de obi kasa cross hey na Ghana 4 you good sir me jam wala to ne ka mu cross and the brave fie Ghana nipa me se mo de monhwe systems e change nipa rough na systems ni ho no ma na ye na ya ye children of a lesser god e be sesano ye da seminia yenko who's the next person Aqua Obodai comrade you on the mic talk to
comrade
me that is saying
comrade where me start here fi oja
yes
okay
yes.
comrade enumere me mawajo ene dwumade papa wo ye maye my question about judiciary sisi a omaye wo mi emra bia ne wa eye adwuma emra eye adwuma no so eye adwuma bo omampani na pamfo ho ban ina mabru no omo die ko jail anyhow na me question is say nyankopon ya adom na new vision movement ye ba aban mu a Ministry of Justice any Attorney General Department no how are you going to deal with it because as you speak together inti aban ne person obo okwadu a wunya otwitwaje fo biara na mum se ekoba ne se bia ya timu a se asema aban ne de to so no kware a
okay I'm say Aqua fidie no I dan no but the okano no kre ye ba be segregate no free the president
Ministry of Justice this number in your favor inti then I'll be
yeah bema public service commission no and a be appointed your friend saying Ministry of Justice for impending for a year Supreme Court judge near in Emma and yet president na appointed. So matriculation never from a public service commission with the Supreme Court establishment, woman be Supreme Court judge, and yet president no way. Inti, they are not loyal to a president. When you're loyal to a president, Emrebia will be the loyalties to the Ghanaian people and yet to the presidency. And the Intia chrono abemu, and this is another thing. NDC bar no abeyi Supreme Court judges we NDPP bar na I say contest. Sa ebeye an entity truly independent president any ho asem ka na yebe cape the number of Supreme Court judges as I say at any time. Nina sa changes na back into the constitutional change in a so Baba investigate you be near cleaning out the system. Ubia wo red flag be war so for case be when in a year and I said BBA anto ye be we're gonna pull it up. You'll be pulling it up and see Masa, this is gonna be the biggest your friends say administration with investigations here by a third party because we have to purge the system of wrongdoing once and for all. So the Ghana Mkonechibiu me say me babe the executioner in chief. We're gonna literally let the axe come down on people. Where the bonia jine masa because ba. Satebon paye na ye fasting because the eba and this is so you be cleaning out system no. I won't lie. We're gonna clean it out. Into aqua, the judiciary is gonna be clean as a whistle, man. You bet. And the entire important say enipenya ejidie ewo judiciary mua ema omani jina penting ejina ye. So womunya feeling be say judicial no partial to some interest group and ubi pe ema omaino ase and shut down konenim so businesses crampo be any say you be dear tiano you be dear boy there be ye per se a ye truly independent president no crash rule say hey me ko ye say ya hana me ho akoka ye do be gina ho aye inti san ye per se no. And I'll be
so comrade Metuasia na say Ube separating Ministry of Justice Nefri Attorney General Department.
Absolutely. Nina before
all right.
Public Service Commission. Nina before Public Service Commission, Ministry of Justice. Nti akwa ye ne wawie nti ye ko into ye be ko into who do we have? Afritude, talk to me. Afritude, talk to me. You're on the mic. Afritude. Okay, so as she gets.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to find the unmute and button. I'm driving.
No problem.
Sorry, I can't go deep in the tree because
No problem.
I can understand it. Yes. So I've come I've come across quite a few videos of yours, and I really like the stuff that you have been saying. I just wanted to ask you a question. Who is Kofi Kwanting? I ask that because everybody comes to, we are kind of burnt, you know what I mean? And everybody comes to say a sob story. Everybody comes to say, they come and give promises and stuff like that. And I usually listen to you on your lives, but I don't really get the tree. So when you went on, I think you went on a program and Anonymous, recorded you and stuff, and you were speaking mostly English and stuff. So I really, connected with the stuff that you were saying. But I wanted to know who is Kofi Kwanting in the sense that what have you done? It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be major, but how have you lived your life that if given this kind of power, you know, you would have the discipline to do what you say that you are going to do?
All right.
So,
Okay. So good. So you could put your phone on mute. Now.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So thank you so much for the question. So my name is Kofi Kranting. Born at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I lived in Accra lived in Ghana for about 16 years before I moved to London. I went to school at Agri Memorial International on the Ringway, next to Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Went to University Primary at Cape Coast. Went to Garrison Primary in Kumasi, sat common entrance, went to Odisado College, and then went to London at 16. Then lived most of my life in New York. My background is in finance and engineering. I've done pro bono work, representing a lot of Ghanaians. I'm a medical proxy for a lot of Ghanaians in America. And I've done some, represent Ghanaians generally for their lifestyle issues in court. I brought in a team of experts to do an assessment on the toll systems in Ghana to toll all the roads, so we'll be able to use the income to build all the roads, 78,000 kilometers of roads in Ghana at my own expense. I also wrote a white paper to change the tax code of Ghana, make it progressive. They took bits and pieces of it, didn't make anything of it. I also invited the Oil and Gas Expo companies around the world to come into Converge in Ghana when Ghana was having an oil and gas explosion. Just before Atta Mills died, the deal was approved. Atta Mills died and was truncated. Then in 2017, I came to a diaspora conference and something huge happened. I had a standoff with the Deputy Minister, Kanlinsi. My standoff went viral. A lot of people advised me to run for president. I came back to New York and found out that I didn't have a base. So started investigating, and I found out that the Ghanaians around the world in the diaspora could not vote. So started a campaign to get Ghanaians to vote, found out that there was a law that had been assented in 2006, but had not been implemented. So I started a campaign to get that law implemented, took the Electoral Commission and the Ghana Attorney General to court, won a case against the Electoral Commission and the Attorney General in court in 2018, thereabouts. So we won the case, but up until today, even though the courts gave the Electoral Commissioner and their commissioners an order of mandamus, it has not been implemented. And I ran for I renounced my U.S. citizenship in 2000, prior to the 2020 election, moved to Ghana in 2019, run for president, but they disqualified me because they had planned out that people were starting to listen to me. My message was gaining traction. So in the Ejapa Dear document on page 26, they specified that they had to take me off the ballot, which they successfully did. Electoral Commissioner said I forged signatures, which I haven't done. I'm a principal of the federal government for 24 years, didn't even have a citation for error. So my record is clean. I have U4 forms that could be checked as a public record in the US. So to forge a signature in Ghana is like almost ridiculous thing. Incidentally, they gave me back my 100,000 CD filing fee, which they said, well, we disqualify you, but get your money. You're not really a criminal, but we don't want you on a ballot, so get out of here. So I'm running again 2024, and I know for a fact that I am more qualified than any candidate who's presented themselves for parliament, for presidency of Ghana 2024, because I understand the problems of Ghana thoroughly, more than anybody else. And if you have a question for me regarding the economy, regarding how to solve, surgically remove and truncate the problems of Ghana to get Ghana on its feet again, please ask it, and you will know that truly I am the candidate for presidency. Nobody running for president have proposed that they're going to change the constitution, eradicate corruption, and institute a national development plan with a definitive explanation as I have put out, because they know that if they can do these three things, it would mean it will affect them. Nobody have said that they're going to strip the exemptions that the presidency has because they know it takes the power out of the presidency and it will make them vulnerable. I have said it. That's why I know that just with those things alone, there's nobody who comes close to understanding the problems of Ghana and knowing how to fix it than Kofi Koranteng. And that's why we're here tonight. I'm meeting the youth for them to ask me questions, for them to know conclusively in their heads that Kofi Koranteng is the only one who could redeem Ghana. And that's a fact. So hopefully that introduction answered some questions for you. And if you have more, I am willing to take more.
Yes, I really, really appreciate that you took the time to, to tell me who you are. And it's brought more clarity, because like I said, I've seen nuggets of, videos of yourself, and I kind of have an idea of, you seem intelligent and seem to know what you're talking about. I'm not always able to dissect the tree, but I get it. And I think I found out where we can also donate. I'm in the diaspora, so I just wanted to understand so that I can help spread the word as well over here. Unfortunately, if you can add a little English in your videos, it will help some of the airways and the other people in the diaspora that, don't understand.
I am glad you said this to the audience on TikTok right now, because when I started this program this evening, somebody came in the first 2 minutes. Stop talking like a Kufuado. You see? So I'm glad you are demanding that of me. Appreciate it.
Because me and Crying and Tree no maintain to me tip, but maintain deep. What you say? So can you be Jimmy? Yes. Inje also ke krobo.
Osu. Yeah, blue rubber.
That be Oh, they're in the also markets, but
yeah,
in the blue rubber.
Also nice market.
Oh, Beckham Bama Tower because come in J meal. Come in J. Thank you so much. No problem. No problem. But you are going to have my vote. I'm impressed with how you've humbly come on TikTok and talk to all of us and everything. So big up. Thank you.
Thank you. Spread the word. Spread the word.
We will.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yes, that's my Ghana sister right there, in case you guys didn't know. Let's go to Attitude. Attitude by, oh, wait, we just finished with her, right? Okay, so let's go to who? London. London says girl. Okay. Okay.
I hope you can hear me.
Koso.
Good. I'm gonna speak English. I've got 5.
Baby, I'm gonna me and you're fine crowds. Is it bro? Okay, Koso.
But I will be able to actually put it, nail it down in English.
Go ahead. Feel free.
Yeah.
Feel free. I'm not messing with
I'm just going to go straight to the point. My 4 major concerns facing the country at the moment is one is the natural resources, such as the gold mine being sold, and then secondly, the lithium also being discovered, also being sold, and then now comes to the electricity corporation that is also sold, and also the oil refinery not being active, such as the National Petroleum Company also being sidelined as also sold. My question to you is, when you become president, as these are the base for the country to be on its own feet, what are you going to do about it?
All right, so it's very simple. Listen, we're going to go after, I suspect, okay, that most of these contracts have been constructed erroneously and it doesn't meet compliance. That's what I suspect based on the little that I've seen. So we're going to abrogate, and we're going to cancel some, we're going to abrogate, we're going to pull out of some, and some we're going to have to renegotiate. But
Right.
Unfortunately, I can't tell you in detail what we're going to do because it's very sensitive what we plan on doing.
I understand that.
But we're going to go at it like you won't believe, because you see, we have a nationalist agenda. We are hybrid. Our way of governance is the Ghanaian way. It's not a democratic. It's not a socialist. It's not a capitalist. It's a hybrid system. It's a hybrid system that's bespoke for Ghanaians, consistent with our culture, our needs, our environment, and that which we want as a people. So it's going to be very tailor-made to us. But we're going to be able to take the goods of all the other societies and cultures and economies and put it in ours and see how that works for us, because we've learned a lot from. So it's going to be a hybrid system, we see. But it's definitely not going to be a system where people are selling Ghanaian assets to foreigners. No, we're gonna reverse everything that we can reverse, so it becomes state-owned for the people of Ghana.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Because the reason why I was asking you this question, I remember some time back you were on a certain guy's live, but wasn't able to come in. And I've listened to all the candidates. None of them are making mention of this stuff I've actually
because they don't know.
Asked you.
They don't know.
For the country to actually move forward, you need something solid as a backbone that you can make money off.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for this clarity. Yeah.
And for everybody who, I'm glad you brought this thing up. Everybody's heard the news about Brian Champong buying SNIT hotels in Ghana. And everybody, the argument is being made by different interest groups about, well, the government cannot run these hotels properly, so it makes sense for Brian Acheampong to buy them at premium so that the government will make money because the government is running losses. That's the dumbest argument anybody can make. And let me tell you
exactly the same way.
The people that Brian Acheampong is going to get to manage his hotels profitably can be the same people the Ghana government can train and develop to manage the state hotels. So why can't we do that?
Yeah. The same, this is what happened to the state transport system. The same thing that happened to Ghana Airways. The same thing that happened to Last Star Line.
The government makes and sells everything off to private, and it's the same people. And
we need to take ownership.
67 years. We're going to go back 67 years and look at the records. Don't worry.
We need ownership. Now you're talking my language. I really like you now, because before I've been listening to everybody and I'm thinking these guys are not really going deep. Not going deep.
We're going to go back 67 years since independence, and we're going to roll the clock back.
I really want to applaud you on this one, because let me tell you, if you look at what is happening in Africa today, I believe that Ghana is going to be the light of Africa now. Just like the way Nkrumah did it and everybody followed. And you've got my blessing. You got my blessing.
Don't understand. Listen, let me tell you, and I'm not saying that because you're saying it, but that's the truth. What you're saying is the truth. We have the best opportunity to emerge from the shadows. We are in the middle of the biggest Francophone economy, which is Ivory Coast. We're in the middle of the biggest Anglophone economy, which is Nigeria. In the next 15, 20 years, there are going to be 500 million people living in this domain, this area, and they don't have any services. The average age of a Nigerian is 17 years old. The average age of a Ghanaian is 21 years old. So by sheer economic osmosis, people are moving from Nigeria and they're going to eat up our market. If we do not, hey, Ghana, man, these guys, man.
Well, I like the spark. I like the spark you've created, and I hope the youth will understand that. Look, it's not about your stomach and then handouts, but you need to make a decision and go with the right individual.
Nobody as prepared. There's nobody who knows what's going on with the new geopolitics, the new world order. These guys are clueless. Tell them I said it. They are clueless. Mahama is clueless. Bawumia is clueless. And Chemante. They don't know what is going on. They're just talking Okada and come on, man. They can't.
Toilet.
Hey, listen, let me tell you, man, these guys.
Well, I'm gonna go off now so you can pick somebody. Thank you for nailing these points for me, and I'm really satisfied with that. But go hard on these people, man. We need to take ownership.
We just need the support. We just need the support. We need you to get everybody to get on this bandwagon. Kofi Kranting 2024. That's it. We turn this thing around. The whole Africa is going to change from Ghana. Just watch.
100%.
Ghana is going to be the Dubai of Africa. I promise you. Just watch.
Amen. Amen.
Just watch. Richie Wonder, talk to me. What's your question? Richie, what's your question?
Yeah, I'm coming on. My question, thank you for picking me up. And at the same time, you are so a wonderful man. You know, I've been waiting to see somebody like you to come out of Ghana. You know, to save Ghana. And I really want to reserve my vote for you. Even though it will take me 10 years, 15 years, I will never vote for any other candidate except you. Because I've seen that picture. I've seen that kind of Nkrumah in you, you know. I've seen that Nkrumah in you.
Thank you.
You've got the Nkrumah vision, you know. Nkrumah, the day Nkrumah died, that was the same day I was born. I wish I feel like I was the Nkrumah that has really come out. You see, the vision that you have, reincarnation. I felt like I really want to continue what Nkrumah did and do more than what even Nkrumah did. Okay, now, so party ni dina, party no, edino. The person, so wouldn't be a jump, person change edino. Yes, person change it because edino, soon beyond touch powerful. That's how I'm saying it. Yeah, it's not powerful.
They're powerful.
Meaning, when they say you have to bring this, Ghana need economic freedom. That is what we are fighting for, economic freedom. And this is how I want you to bring it up. You can change it to EFP, Economic Freedom Party. Change it to Economic Freedom Party. You see this, the West. Let's come back to Europe. On say Europe, during the 60s, 70s, and when did they start changing their currencies? You see, they all joined together and formed this euro money. Why they formed this money was not for any other thing than this is just for economic freedom. They don't want Africa to have economic freedom. So they use this money to tag our resources just to get our resources. They team up for this money just for our resources. America too, the same thing. They bring up this dollar to make use of this dollar to go for our resources. That's what they plan for. Europe did this thing just to go for our resources, because if they don't do that, they cannot come for our resources. Because supposing maybe
can we set vessel what is contained in the vessel you can't see on the outside. So say mama bottle makata ho. Na who dear woman the pito ne guma wunimo who abakasi o bella pa bottle. This may be a pito ne gum. Ebiana is
exactly.
Ebiana appetition ne gum. Into the American say what can yam corner to say because economic freedom intina me waha. Because we need economic dominance, we need no. Into me no, it's not just economic freedom, economic dominance. So we're taking it to a whole different. Into the American said, "They are coming at you. You have fanya juma, but we don't have to tell everybody say pito negua dim. But the woman who is saying
okay.
So the American say because they say we are 5 months away from election. The danger with people's mind, they say, we change the BBI, we confuse them. Into a big cry, who say, political entity, no, now, so because say, be before, and he said, one more imagine so more to new vision movement, new bedroom honor, you say, economic freedom, on because be before. Omega say, be a Malema, no, about we free South Africa, about Ghana and tea, or no, yen to man, also maybe a yen near friends, and today. My and ruffle feathers, no, dear baby, and I'm the Yamoho, Nemo, who said, yet the economic freedom agenda and any deba, any dominance. So,
okay,
you're not
let's okay. My next question is to say, Argentina, Ghana, your foreign reserves are in dollars. Are we fools? Why is it our foreign reserves are in dollars?
The attorney said, "We won't be until we be out there. What they jeans who I talk domedo I who nam did that. Until then, 80% of your exports here gold, oil, any cocoa. Nina no any control markets no. Until then who need reserve ne there yen to me and untina minia. To was next year, some American. And then as you see, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Womati, Womo, de-dollarizing, a good opportunity say, ever can woman. At one to me, when you have a weak economy like ours, as I said, you to me, relevant in your space because you're strategic, you're work in the world, in Africa. So, inti yenye relevant. Name backpacking your reserves in gold because the new world order is saying nyama minua ya didn't come gold and oil, mostly gold. We need gold reserves now. Who can be beer foul lata Intino, this is an opportunity for us to stack up on the gold. With your gold reserves, no, BRICS invites us to the table, we become relevant. Now, the SAA and they say, you know, we won't make Kasa because deal no almost signing here to make dollar the currency for trade, you know. And yet, one more canona, moti a crabia say, a ring cotton, more munim dear, cosono, approve deal. Inti, they say, you know, the only way between is a woman approve deal, no, the da. Now, I don't know, interest say we go into it blindly. Say dollar crampo ni use crampo ni export to the it's not demanded, but you need table of some conversation, no. So, inti a honor necessary you're turning your mind around. Ne you bring your control over your resources. Yeah, ton yeah, added value. We don't care what currency they are using. It doesn't have to be cedis. Maybe the end say mutio for mutie. The world commodities markets, currency for trade, does not have to be cedis. Currency be a mo pese and mo de mo menye, but me pese me ye a major producer. Moto mo nyoma pini efri me ho. Se mo mo nyoma pini free me ho na mo se mo currency kra na mo de ma me kra mpo a. Se mo to ade ni free me ho. Nti boka se mo currency no 1,000 cedis to $1. And one say me tiwanam si okay, matia mama can mate okay, 1,000 cedis to $1. They say fufu £1 be a beton 1,000 cedis. If only be un de mo bedi. Some mo de mo peno mo mama value. Me na me ton ade no. Inti say mo set price na. Me ton no, me raising no to price na mo ma set no. But what they make come what you say. You see,
exactly.
Control now, you become irrelevant because it doesn't matter so one person in yen, in dollars, in francs, in sterling, and fire home because no raise What about for my idea about from CPA? Because we have the cheese. Now say one producer here there, and you wouldn't relevant. The consciousness should not be to say, yeah, pretty say CD never cost no. A level 1 thinking. They say young crop for good parliament, and me level 1 thinkers may come on here. The thinking should be say, you have the goodies. If you have the goodies, you don't care who is raising the pound, the dollar, the diebe. You have the goodies. What you want raising no? They say sign on the say Okrano they say adiasa me koda menton. Oh, now ton misro ton oh there be menton adiasa. Now we ja omo ho ma koda wo so yan pa muda so gina ha ene mo gina de ene meton say. Wo mu hia nti won beto. Na say won control hia. Won the kosra na when your headache. Won the bafoma na waye basa. So, the consciousness is to be relevant. Produce something. Who produces something now? Woman to men no jail because who the wukra adieno. You have life. That's the conscience. That's it. You call the next person ho na yenye Richie that's it. Great questions.
Okay.
Mustafa.
Good evening. Yeah, Dr. Kofi me does say one mommy a queen yawi.
Dr. Misro, we are my work on you.
There be who saying doctor. I drink good who saying doctor. Yeah, me does a pass one mama queen yabiana. I feel who bet no guano so mean ya quine crown and matchy or good morning, crazy.
Listen. The way we are going to lead is going to be totally different than anything you've seen.
I believe.
What did you say? 99% of your problems, no, Ghana ha, in your bridge. Because if you have to say your can't,
David, me since day one, me ba across way plans woman Ghana no seriously e kama kuma preocupe because since I'm sorry ya me who MPP NDC any other parties no me share party leader bia just wa kan some man kama kuma sada serious ena nipa all kan some no say ade all kan di twan trokra no a uti nenum nsem say na osi address issue no a wo a obehu say no ade a nipa yi kan oni hunya nimdie bia because you put two question any corner any angle we are no without so and you know me the one I'm sure me soon catch me say we for Ghana and empire and come bopans and come wo to me be pa na come me the way super coupe
who to me no and say people, that's all. Talk to people. You yeah, that's it. Go ahead. The question is saying, Yanko.
Yeah, me question ye me no. Niedi kan
people sunti Mr. Obako.
Ebe tutu.
Koso.
Sa galamse ya say nsuo ni ya say ya sase ni nsuo no. Na masama mi bisa say se nyame adom na se Ghana for the amambu ni sha won sa you want to me put no hold so we bet me put no hold a we be anything
what can me
put no hold like we put mine no ye ya na ye dia ye be jai ye dia she egu asase so
eno an waka no ye be put moratorium. Let me tell you why. We want the land to heal because we have to eat from the land. Number one, until we have to do land reclamation. So the land no you bring on the back because the land they say. And number two, no, making. If we strategy and say you always want to mine your natural resources, there now be because natural resource be a finite. You have to develop the mind. The human capital now wono ubetumi de atene wiase enya wo natural resource. Natural resource no should be a supplement. It shouldn't be the goal. It should be a supplement to ebia once in a while be no release kakra and also the ma control enya sim na na yeka.
That's way you me no. Yeah, na me pese me hu say ade e betumi abaso a because dia
one time
yeah
say one time
yeah ne to su mi no say na be obi nso beba yellow shedding issue akoye bibia e wo enti a plan ben na wo for say uba
Minya, the problem is not because there was a lack of power. The problem has always been, say, a mismanagement problem and your lack of power. We have enough power. You need enough power and the be neighboring countries. See the be rented at the Mahai. Inti adena you need enough near the be Mahai. Inti and yet a lack of power, a mismanagement. Because independent power producers not fight over. Say one more budget power net free ECG hon one beton Ghana for thing. Inti ena ministers ne parliamentarians ne government officials na woma down womo independent power producers to say the Brana Champong adano ho hotel magnate or they to yan hotels so or pay no profitable no. That's what they do and this how that's into the obi apeso ye minister obi apeso ko parliament no chrono no sa. So inti what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at one more viability in terms of IPP, independent power producers. No, most of them we don't need. Yeah, but nationalizing no. ECG say okay. Into muntie me argument too. Say Ghana ni etume dane no ho as an independent power producer. Now the argument they say mamenye power no, mamenye steer no, mamenye steer in free ECG ho. Na me amen rival. Na menye ni effective. Adena sankrofo na womu ye outside of ECG womu ye effective no Yentumi training crofo near formation into ECG. No one run the power not effectively and efficiently. My bro. They create a pocket company. See, normally a repu Ghana. Say somehow all of a sudden no or yeah juma when to loopholes ni 90 we create a ubia or yeah juma or bunch a choba. They be or say bunch a kotoba and be a say nti banchi de enyo so de kofi akọ fufu. Se banchi ne nya ye de be wo fufu or choba ha. And now de wo de banchi ni kofi akọ fufu. Ye de banchi ne ba say enye no packet nche we de enye. So eja akosu afagu me hwa me de be kofi sa aja. Enye yam twin fa wo fufu. Wo de kofi akọ wo fufu. Nti tware na choba ho de ntumi fa sa banchi ne wo fufu. Is a choba una no na udi na bro. And that's the same thing that's happening with the ECG. Nti ye be yi wo mu na afri ho. Mo de mo hwe de ba beba. Wo mu eh me e mesre ko. Yeah, thank you. Yemko when ye wono ye wo ENK. ENK me mame initials me mame ye EKN Elizabeth Kwakwanyante now so ye ENK talk to me. Me mame one men kasa. Okay, me mame boa no ho no. Yemko Pa William. Pa William, talk to me. Pa William, Wadana. Okay. Mystical, line up the last 8. Now you me. Okay. Yemko Eve Granting. Hey.
Mr. Cranston.
Eve, sister from another mother. What's good?
You are my name. Let me tell you something. I love you. I love your ideas. But Ghanaian youth, you know, they are enjoying the poverty. I'm telling you. Sometimes me got TikTok. Now me share the way they are supporting these people. It breaks my heart because I know what is going on. Me and Ghana, we know what is going on, but these people don't know, and they are not ready to accept the change. Let me tell you, we support you, but most of them are not ready for the change. Most of them.
Eve, go ahead.
Most of them are not ready. Look at what is going on in Burkina Faso. There's been a massive transformation. Because there's a young guy in play. Senegal, young guy. Bagana, your best go to and our children are the ones suffering. Your money, bro.
Yeah, there's going to be a change.
Ghana, I don't know what is wrong with us. Kenya, what revolution is for Kenya?
Yes.
But Ghana for no. I don't know what is wrong with the youth. Or people could, say, maybe me mama will make to MPP, me papa will make to NDC, me don't want to make vote to mom. But this person doesn't even have one CD. I want the bottom.
And I make us say, listen, I was here for Muntia Simbi. The most important thing is not to get frustrated by people who are not willing to change their minds. Put your energy to good use.
Thank you.
Look for people who are looking for you. Talk to people who are already looking for you. All you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough.
Thank you.
If all the conscious people became proactive, we will turn the dial. So I don't need you to focus or worry about or stress about anybody else who's not willing to fall in line with thinking. Focus on the people who are willing to listen and change their stance, and we will change this thing with them.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure,
My problem is the way churches are coming up in Ghana, right? It's people are not thinking straight anymore. The only thing they do is Monday and Okabeko, then they are in church. Please, if you become a president, I want you to ban all those churches for me. Ban them and open factory for those people to go and work. Instead of going to church, let them go and work, please.
Okay, Eve. Netiana said. Eve. Netiana said. Eve. Netiana said. Oh here any hopelessness. Na Emma nipa ekotna asori them. Because womu here say obi beka bibi achire womo na at least woman fall into the pits of woman depression. So because Ghana Nkrofo P run into depression, but woman because we say Ghana and diagnosis are sociological pathways, no. But you say yema ubia ejuma, ubia wo baby ordinity to yenum light, yenum nsuo, ubia ni je said the Nensakona no because ubia will be 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. Oh yeah, Juma at your family. That be now be your time. Sorry.
Thank you.
So, into the MMA can say the other way to make the churches less attended, is to bring value into people's life. A honor na a memory responsibility say nipa will be here Monday to Friday, wukwe Juma. Saturday, ebia, you and your hubby, when you mark out to movies. Sunday, ebia, then Colano call ebia sports center. And I say, baby man, Colano, so family time. Inti, ube kwa sorry no kra 2 hours. Makwa sorry, mube feel you be at the mosque Friday. After that, a family time. After family time, a work time to be able to sustain your lifestyle. Inti wunya time in kotina sorry then. But problem ne say nipa ni nye adwuma ye. Baby o hwe bia na ho kire wo ho. Otifia na dream bono.
Ebinum ye adwuma na so still they will go. Minimum bia obeja ne na oton nam o. Obeja ne nam wo ho na sorry dem Monday.
Because any say ne nkrofo na wo munya nam no toni na ono nya nam to na nyame na aya ama no. But it may come to the realization, say, a no modern board na mo oton nam na. I sorry no obeko for spirituality, but on kwase nyame emless no normal now. And you see, yeah, nyoma we na no so no. Part of the ebe no any a revolution of the intellect. Said the nipa so betit nyoma say. And a fin so no. And sorry no so no. Yeah ma ubia nsi asori anywhere. Say yeah, neighborhoods are zoned for a sorry penal between sorry. As of one so there will be a social responsibility levy. Ubia with the collection there. Say wuchia. No.
Thank you. Let them pay heavy taxes.
I say wuchia sikabi a levy. Now ya debwa unemployed 4 categories of people: children, orphans, women, disabled, unemployed, any woman, that for any deranged people. It is uncle for Nano, Yabesha Womo, Yamomo, Nana, Basa, and them Kuna, Oba Penina, or Honomia, the Yanyasa, Yabe continue Womuna, the police, Yamomo 3 meals, Yambenya baby, that Nina will be on the state. Yeah, money pan and Nanam Kuma.
Yeah, you said the churches I will support you because I'm against it.
Oh, who say churches may place a part in your societies? Just say who say
it has taken their mentality away. These people don't think normal anymore.
Because there is so much hopelessness in our societies. You see, into the church, gives comfort. I'm telling you, listen, as I'm told now, for church now could see the word of God. I just say, Kofobi abuse it. So, Kofobi exploited and also, but they are good people. One more Emma spirituality na etonipa akuma sona Emma nipansu inya some type of reverence and closure in how pia nipa echo through. Trust me. Accept until you be managing ye said and conforming abuses opportunity. Until the Ode Jama, you be
right. Thank you. Mami, if I'm not being bra, why?
That's it. Let's go to Eva ba then ko hwan na wa ha Christinator.
William.
Yes. Christinator. Patrol Minko. Ye we are a Mexico and phobia bio ye Christinator, go ahead. Okay, or no ma. Young good fellows, bruh.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Cranton.
Good afternoon, Kofi Naye.
Okay, in a buono de manipa, me were Maryland, the Hamsi, and the Buffy, my babbit na, and she said, oh, your mind, your new so, Senabaya, your chrono so, a bedani could out any time, a money, a ye, intino, made a bar, me vote to the Obenya, enemy fear for, and me what I said no morning in a Yabeka from Monconcoto.
Thank you.
Okay, internet as I'm back when I say, Meme in so a bibia a hunyame pa, the natural resources are yet in so any our environment. Say me one Maryland Hamsi, Papa me want me drive best 15 minutes. Just about 15 minutes. Na adan ya yet bibi special. I say kwayem. Utimi ekonanti homsa. Emma wadrin ewo I no na wadrin abafom ukọ kakra na nsuo da ho eni kochi omo ewo enam ewo nsuo nimu utimi kotena ho eni ase ye bi kra no kra na wode aye wadwuma just oto da watum na etimi ayi nam etimi ya pata kese just 15 minutes away from where I live. So, and yes, say your environment. Yes, I mean, we just don't have any respect for Mother Nature. A consciousness na enya emma soro. But what again now between ye ama yensu ya dream aba sadie so epo me befie me de fishing poles ebe fie say me de be kwa akogigi mani kakra oto ade ne tu epo ne mu a ne ayi rubber. Very sad. This is the saddest thing for me. You know, and then I'll be to me as far as our environment is concerned.
So, we need to reclaim land, any water, because it's been destroyed. My father's house is close to the water by Koloena. Now, it's sad because 100 yards away, not even 100 yards, maybe 50 yards away, fishermen and one more net. Now, warm the wall a seahole. What call it? Now, one more toilet go. They still do it. So they still do it. I go there a couple of times a week. I pass by there and I see it. Ube truck na ekwa na akofa hon na akofa wall na chintu truck ni bi. I want am friend no wall of no return. I went there once. Whereby a gata kesiye, eba na the hose na to na pushy all the toilet in there. Na waves ne ba na be bo toilets and na the co in. Until we see now. They are about half a mile into the sea now.
It's brown.
With sludge. Now after no who say water na clear kakra. But sa parameter name the chief fish my ewo Osu market nominate your friend saying all the other show localities na Jamestown nominate
polluted.
Yeah, sa practice as I say as I say you find it another way they dump it human waste. Now, you good reservoir na you separate solid material from the water. You know, I went to look at it in New York. New York, in Manhattan, we in New York, we in Manhattan on the west side, you know, from Bay 187th Street, no, 100 and maybe 75th Street all the way to 125th Street, 120th Street, you know. Park or my for and one more games, one more restaurant, expensive restaurants, crowd. I see any now a reservoir. Human waste one Manhattan na honeko. But one take cross a hobon. And they separate the solid waste and containerize the solid waste, and they ship the solid waste somewhere. And then the water, no, they separate the water from the solid and purify the water and put it back into circulation again. It's a beautiful system. You'll be blown away. We could do so much with the human waste, but we shouldn't push it in the water because it destroys our waterways. I literally build a first-class real estate one. So, but a cheaper way, purification systems, but here find a DC camera, and you push it toilets me good in you. Now, they don't want you to take pictures. Me call Dano, almost Jimmy camera and almost said they have me delete everything. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, any diabosum for Nina, any so.
One must say, one more SC, one more bosom no crowd, one more bosom no beer winning Jamestown before when you go from Kologun to Jamestown, no, where the road splits, no, the bosom no one finfini ho, toilet, one more tone, right near you walk, Konano. I mean, it's sad. So, but, and this is why I get, I am saddened by all the Ga leaders say they can allow that to happen to their own people. So, the Ga leaders should not allow this to happen to their people. But who am I to say? They are MPP and NDC people, and money goes through that channel, so they allow them to do what they want to do, and they kill their people. That's what they do because they pollute their waters. The whole place is a mess. And so, who are you to say? But be change your honey now. We will develop that place, reposition the inhabitants of Ghana, give them the rights that they have, and build communities for them to, meaningful communities for them to live in, for them to enjoy their life. Uko Osu Castle, Sisia, drug heads and crack heads and Kwan and what Osu Castle stripping. Woma Sisi Pata, I went there the other day. So, I mean, you don't understand, say, Ghana leaders, they're wicked. Say, woman neglected the youth, sir. And so the youth now are conscious now. They should make the decision to help Woma could be MPP because they've done paid some money. And that's the hypocrisy of the youth. And that's why we are here telling them so that these things will change. Thank you so much, man, for coming in. Let's go to Goodfellows. Goodfellows, are you up?
Goodfellows, since Yana Mikasa, what do you bear?
Fax Rain, are you here? Fax Rain.
Yes. Yes. I'm back again. Yeah, good evening. I have 4 questions, but I think you are tired, so I'll just brush through it.
One question.
Only one.
Yes.
Oh, one.
Because we have people. We want to get to everybody. Mix. We want to finish this panel, so we don't. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Okay. My first question is, why is it that when let's say Nana Mahama like this, when it comes to power like this, he starts to build like facilities like hospitals and other things that can help Ghanaians. So when it drops and another leader comes in, the person will demolish that other one. And and the last the leader did last. They will have to, you see, all those things, they are wastage of resources. So I don't understand. Once like the leader bumwa or CBB two that's about obe said their little like older leader in the wire see on obe say no was I for phone into the who was saying no. You are spoiling the resources. You are spoiling it.
Okay.
To be a good impact on Ghanaians, it to be something like Ghanaians will benefit from it. All those things are wastage of resources. Please,
Okay.
can I add one? I'm begging you.
No, you can't.
Uh,
No, you can't. So let me answer.
and the other one is like,
Let's say you can't. So hold on and listen to your answer. Well, you can add one. Listen to your answer to your question. So the reason why that is, they say NDC comes, they want to make a case for them to be re-elected. So anything that MPP has done, they don't want to continue because then MPP can say that they started it and vice versa. They don't care about the people of Ghana. They care about their benefits. Now, for every project to be at NDC and I say MPP or Kodisika, your man is sika or parliament and I'm Kodibusian ewo IMF and I say World Bank. One more Kodisbusian say, yeah, they better phone we are. One more Jibusian say the koto phone. Into or starting phone we nas when you phone yeah. On to me fa this same phone in Kodisika view. Until when another government comes in now, they don't continue the project because one more pisikan, one more D. Because one more Kodisika 10 cities are the 2 cities na your project and 8 na one D. Into or no person or project for. Into no we're creating another project. No, they are Kodisika. Not one so actually D. The next government about on twaso. Into they be na projects na half. That's what they do. So that's why we need to do a national development plan, put all the projects in for the next 50 years. Over 4 years, our bear 4 years, 4 dear. Now we have our bear 4 years, no, I have 4 years, dear, no, all the way. We'll be able to change direction because it's what Ghana for in here. Till said the job gets done, no, we don't change direction. That's what Kofi Kranting will do. One national development plan for Ghana for the next 50 years. Thank you very much. William, talk to me. You're on the mic.
Yes. Okay. That's say Mama Kwenyawe. If you say a question, Jaffa, your data system, because I'm an no. Adia man who say etum pon higher a data system, ID card system, where discover what Bobosia Kurana, they are able to trace you and our address system into a policy. Anything. And only yet very, very important part in person before or policy concerning about identify us and then property. Said ye be ya ye seek a seminar any meaning kogu ubi bottom because can say human fees in panegisica, but in machine correcto dear meaning say ye seek a seminar. Corruption a beba from kakra into policy and a fadia bear.
See, the first thing about is say about your friend integrated national ID and address system. Yeah, integrated national ID and address system. Now Ghana need be because our system no so. Up to 72% of people are one year informal, no. Yeah, but transition women now to a formal sector. And that way no be a progressive tax with Chiano. Yeah, record. So everybody becomes relevant. Obia one city crown uchia wunya one city no tax na uche progressive. So because of a very authenticated because you say national Ghana card CCA or wama infiltrated system no Emma Europe akogum. Just say you're recertifying. So the recertification here, because you can't see a for Ghana. But as I say, you're recertifying, making sure say Nigeria for ne other nationals egu so omo work Ghana card na yiwo mu na free systems.
Okay.
Because the right numbers if you ma into see a purge no you clean it out. Into I don't know your best exercise run your way I be cleaning out. Near you be from there to their friend a national data repository system. So national data repository system no be Ghana phone kwadia. We are was our number we are now yet to say on a good report, good record with Ghana. Could be a bank, who could be as I said, there be out transacting any type of business via and so I'm confirmed with the national data repository system. And some next one to
all right. Okay. And then will be for flat so now come go back to the
one question. Why are there? A good question. Yeah, called JJ Sakti.
My president tobacco favor, that's it.
Design minia.
Nyamiadom Pacha say.
Then echo. Bibia, Nyamiadom, Bibia.
Oh, you go so. I did won't hear time and so still because swap in him. Back of it, India, didn't can Cassandra you to was, yeah. Daniel, you to me, I'm chop, money dear. And Chroma, I can't want some no, on one of our Sambano. This is the emblem of Nkrumah. Say Jano, I'm free at 2024. Yan kind who say, Yenny and my Dutch in Yano. At a 2 ballum, in your Ghana back beam. Miss someone idiom will be a was ya. Muntia send you see in Samanano. And a send ya, Usiede, Ekasa, and yes, I will bond to Marco, only Munuaka. To Miss someone idiom. Or ideas no say, I didn't which me a year. Me I no say me security personnel na me no kasa. Me security personnel. Na ye need people with intelligence and has integrity. And a year juma. What I say? Nti ye kasa people with integrity. Kofi Krante is the number 1. Ubia a day. New Ghana politicians na beni nyina no. Ubia ni ho. Nyene na mecheche na muhunu nkitenkete nyina se yakase omune nkambom nyina ne MPP ne NDC for parties omoye edikata ye ni so sane ye be ya ombebri ye ni so temesramo enkoto aba mfamfa nche wosiba po NDC ne MPP a enkoto mfamfa nche mfa masa nkrofo no ukoto edemo a echie no se MPP ne ebe obeba na se wenya ebeka cho se ebeka se sankrofo no form vote enkoka wo sankrofo na Munim MPP for the NDC for themselves, I didn't know. Nti Oma Shada no my side and I to it. Send you menya wadring to Miss Row, and Sa Papa way, Usa Papa way, one Ghana ya share say, yen sorry bium. Miss Someone idiom, the Pamucho. I feel back of it, Memen Koma Samson. And Kofu were Ghana from Ghana Peace Council, and I say Christian Council. Me who say about to draw any who saw Mokasa. And then I'm saying, make a crate tremunie, Mikai, but members are my name into a Candia course. Abla, soldiers from Penofono be air core retirement. You say, President also at in terms Sika, a be 5 billion, a be a 300, a be a 500,000, a be 300,000. And this is a Shaman say. If you any first uncle for when you say uncle first peace council way any of Mokasai. Because many me trash and me who say money or Mokasa send a bay and bomb my dreams or may cool and I say yeah it to my first into my way. Into me bisa sa peace council na you almost fast will be ana I done politicians in ya uncle for an go and then a found.
Well, main coin to details, but the meme catcher Ghana Nibia and said, Sikabia wedi enye ne kwanso enye justified no be fese kanaba. I'll say that. And organizations P work call say one way entities are membudin, but you have not been faithful to Ghana for Mpacho Muntini ye. Organization bia wono wo mandate say part of wo mandate na yes say ubejiremu ama Ghana for na se Ghana for bre ana wo mo kwa hochirima esese wudi ma wo ma wani ama wo mo no ye ba ye begu muntie ni ye because now who nim fa so ma Ghana for. I'm very serious. Inti mo a mo maye mo ho se Ghana for ADMia na mo de sika ye tua ma mo nti mo nka hwe no. We're going to come after you. Because not to say, now who nim for so Ghana for. So, but status when ya say, we entity be a ya mouse and privileges say, yes, sir, na fa boa Ghana for. When to me and Kasa, because you have found it convenient to say, ye be mousika. Na wono the enyen we the against Ghana for no. Not to say, who ni Ghana for so. I'm very serious. Mode ye ba na mo beti ni maybe as ye nkasa bebre. But wo be hu de ba besi. Enti obi anyina yie. Me maami owo me kra no ono obi wu no o ka kire me sisters no say mo bia emfa nani ankoto Kofi Korankye so. Because wo nim say de metie. Because we do need to me so a sa besi fam. So if we say oh ba Kofi Korankye be president to benya bibie dia no sabesi fam. Opre ma ho na opre ma ho na ye ni a wo ye menua meboa. But say me be twa ma na wada ho atafro de emma na ofom nso a woni baby am do befa. So inti media de me cans I've been very disappointed with some organizations bia na ye nim say anka in these hard times no one mo be sorry gira honum for the people of Ghana. Na sa daylight robbery ekoso a womo tonton Ghana japade womo munkam Ghana for no anka womo beye boat womo benya balls womo betumi gira ho akasa atomu na idi se mo idin dia ene na mo hu ni Ghana for mfaso me dey me ka kire. And I'll call you out one by one. Okay. Yeah. Yanko Emmanuel Mensah, the man of the day, and so the right person to end the call. Emmanuel, go ahead, take the mic.
Hey, my man, you're a Mr. Kofi Mpachwa then.
Yamina Dumo, what's that? Bibia will call.
Bibia cool.
My final word. I'll be blessing young.
Yo, Ebusa for me, Chobibia. The Yenina no yetum, Yenya the Jirona ya BBC, Yan Papa, incoming president. Na Ebusa for Asam Kakramu Oma, Gena Funhina in the Yamin Chazi na Ghana Rusu ewa Yaroba oda hianodu na yenya anu edu na yami ahen adum ma yenya doctor a wo friend Mr. Kofi Korankye wa bede oroba besa Ghana Yaroba na ansa na doctor no so besa Yaroba no so no yebeka doctor no so na sam kekrebi na yaka idru na asam na sodu na asam kakra be kan de Mr. Korankye doctor yenyani yoberme bia na America abrochimem na oti oni na ne yero na nebusia wowo na ohun Yaroba Ghana yar nti oye na adwene de damedia oda oba na obobobua na yetum yesan Ghana Yaroba de minti ogia ne passport odo tu ho na oba Ghana men na yembisa yenwu de se yekọ embassy so wo Ghana edom abohoma a wanyinara wore prode ubotu kwana akwamanani wo kresika nso no wanya chance bato ono akọ waketinim nso we gye ne passport that to because of Ghana no hudunti waba deruba beji Ghana ma Ghana enya no fa hodi nti papa na aba no mama yenje yenu numu Yembisa yen de yema hin na ebutumi ya sacrifice de yeti abrochi de yeri fi abrochi na yes yeketini fi your passport ye do to ni aketini fi on tensi it take a courage person to do that. Nti obi obey the madin bia no so no che de owodo owotima ema ne man papa ya ba we bohu yaruba Ghana yaru sise waka eduru a ode ye de besa Ghana yaruba eduru ni ye owo na ami nye trade wusika wadaje wombol wo resources a ede baba no oni na ye de bama Dr. Kofi Cranton na ode asa Ghana yaruba nti yehia obi bia no mboa kito bia nsa yempede yedi Mr. Kofi Cranton pede ordinary how about to Ghana for no do de orukwa akejisika ewo iku bifo na odi ababa ye ni campaign because so oye the ma at the end of the day no obopo we a the me account no baba de wa magano awu feed on na wakeju but be so with about corner obo for the tria e corner obo for the tria ni de ye ni taxpayers money na ye tria no eni ye na resources na ye wo no ono no de ko tria da maka no nti mbi se wo da be sika no be se nya na order ashomano damena NDC na NPP for the past 32 years why NDC crampono si so opposition mpono no ono so crampono wa kobobusi o no dey campaign or opposition o so wa kobobusi so you can imagine that say obabe ma ebe na asem no besi ono nti na Mr. Kofi Cranton si ono on pay them how ni ton kon kejisika biare mfi bia no wa na emom no amina wo yenke yen humbom sika yen ni bibia yen famboa dem bro be ya se obo power ne sori bibi no ya amina wo yenye tum yenya kukudru ne ya ka dem se Kofi ahen na yedi yebotum sika yen resources na yedi bo de fa be your money ye yanke jiske ne fi bibiara nti sa ahen ne yemo de makwendia ne dia ne ye ho kwan ne yetu adedu ane de ho kwan de ye kama de ye kan de ye de cho ba sa anye ne dam ne so no companies cannot de buy any campaigner obo power ebe ye den na ka someone widen with see on ye nti na no for make a serious tintin hinara no misre nya no do fu hinara abrochirefo Ghana fo baby biara obi biara wo biara ye Ghana nyine no eritsimi ken brave masem hinanyi de o me ye hinara ye mbua ebi obekede minyi sika mutuma mo ni t-shirt mutuma print a poster samo mutuma a billboard amo ebia mo motorbike won be jon franco ebia mo pickup on na won jina na won fuel no franco runs ye beji ye wo a representatives all over the system regions in Ghana ye need to know dey no do a new vision movement nye na new vision movement na ye bom se Kofi Cranton ni chidom inti system regions ye won kofo wori dijimo ye grassroots fo obi hie sika wo be transportation obi hie sika wo be tunso anom obi hie t-shirt posters na ade nti mesre kichu biara nsa mebutuma ye biara de boboa magana ba fani tempe fra no ono de na passport atu ye bi se ye wo de si so ti won pono o ye de no hwe no hwe ye na number ya tena si ye bi se dama because of Ghana who don't you no always jina da miti bi otidam nti yesu ye mboa no dem bro be ya obotum dwumedi na original we wi pe ya me ye hinara nyane noma eye 059 999 5120 059 999 5120 idini Kofi Cranton se epeyini chikono so a eko Facebook a ebohu idini Mr. Kofi Cranton oni no de wo ho eko TikTok a the same thing na eko eyiso a friend them no website is www.koficranton.com all the information biara hin biara no eko wa ebinya amiso America say e follow musunes information biara so na ebisama no so mayeden meyiwa no nti enyanom on behalf of New Vision movement no yes e do biara ase mona da jin wonen bra wan say no no da bebe say Mr. Kofi no orin ye kwa Na ma wɔbɛhwɛ bi aso no nyame bɛyɛ den ɔbɛhyɛ wɔn anim. Wɔn yɛn nyinaa yɛn kan bom na yɛn push this agenda forward for the betterment of Ghana. Yɛde obi biara ase nyame nhyira obiara.
Yo, for before I end, and let me just say this. So, what share Ghana say? The NDC and MPP are clamoring because they see say it's gotten so close, they're going to lose, and it scares them. The only thing that matters in this 2024 election is forget about NDC, forget about MPP, forget about Kofi Krantin, forget about Ubia. Why pa na wo kra mu no wo kwa wo gidi se ubetumi affect Ghana problem? It's got nothing to do about how the person campaigns. Ne posters, ne banners, ne billboards, ne sika, ne cars obeche. Ne pickups or ne t-shirts, ne caps. Sanyo many na and fahum, a fanfare. Why pa na wujidi se owo adwene, owo odo, owo nimdie, owo dom a obetumi edi dane Ghana. You said 2 people, NDC and MPP there, yama womo 32 years, wome feeling, into womo di you free. Mama yenye ye mine ye. Na MPP phony NDC phony na yen benefit na nye se abuchiri and beyond, because we have the opportunity to do that. Mon follow yen. Said Sunday ye space with Kali J. Mumetie na baby a yakubia nso no say Sunday so yene mun follow yen ye be send mo updates no ye ba live a mo be hu mun follow yen na mo moa yen ani sika say ye sponsor a billboard said ye edin no ebetre na ebekọ out na nkofo be hu yen said won be ba beti yen sempa. Inti won so reach ye well your number ye de ato so no and 059-999-5120 059-999-5120 nakasa opese wo sponsor a billboard e wo krum baby I would take anywhere I will pay bia in Ghana no sponsor a billboard near mount a billboard near mount billboard near for the next 5 months till December near fa yen sempa. Change the constitution, eradicate corruption, institute a national development plan. Yen found to so. Yen can't check Ghana for say ye penny between yesa. Yet must say, as always, I've been your steadfast advocate for outstanding leadership. God bless our homeland Ghana. Live abundantly and prosper till we meet again.